So today is day 126, and this is probably my 10th take because I just cannot figure out what the hell to talk about. And I suppose the main thing that's going on for me at the moment is there's so much up and down emotionally with what's happening with me. There's so many different things I have to deal with on so many different levels on a daily basis at the moment, to do with everything that I was talking about last night and more. And so I'm having moments where I'm totally good. I'm reflecting on everything. I'm able to take in what's happening. And then I have other moments where I'm just exhausted and I'm really not feeling it. I'm feeling down, I'm feeling depressed, and I just don't know what to talk about. So what I'm kind of really feeling is this almost taboo around depression and around feeling shit when we're feeling shit, and how it's kind of like, okay, you can feel shit for a little while, but that's it. Then you're done. That's it, no more. And sometimes we just need to be able to feel it for extended periods of time if we need to. And so with me, I'm not sure if it's the same with everybody else or with anybody else, but with me, when I'm not feeling great for extended periods of time, or, more often than not, I tend to start kind of beating myself up and, oh, why are you feeling this? What does this mean? What does that mean? Blah, 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 blah. Instead of just allowing myself to feel what I'm feeling. Because when we have these feelings, they're actually there for a reason. They're trying to talk to us, they're trying to speak to us, they're trying to tell us something about our life. And if we are so busy trying to get away from those feelings and not feel those feelings, then we're not allowing something to come through us. So because I have been going really down lately with everything that's going on in my life and having moments of deep depression and sadness, I'm kind of like, okay, now you got to get out of it. Now you got to and move and blah, 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 blah. And it's kind of like this part of me just really wants to disown all the feeling that I'm feeling because, it's not allowed, or somebody's going to whinge at me about it, or it's not acceptable, or this kind of thing. So it's really interesting to be able to step back and watch what's happening. I suppose this was also highlighted on a call that I was on this morning, and how somebody was talking about how when we're needing to just talk, or we're having a hard time and we just need somebody to listen, often people go into the fix-it mode. And I've spoken about this before. So the fix-it mode is, a friend comes to you, she's having a hard time, and so you're going to try and fix her. You're going to give her all this advice, you're going to tell her what to do, blah, blah, blah. However, all she needs is to just talk and allow herself to be heard. That's all she really needs, and that's actually really healing. However, because we're living in such a masculine society, so the fix-it thing is a very masculine thing that we as women have taken on. So when a girlfriend comes to us and she's having a hard time, we just go straight into fix-it mode a lot of the time. A lot of us very rarely just tend to listen and maybe ask questions and just listen. Instead, we want to fix. So living more inside of the feminine power principles would be more like just listening and allowing that friend to express herself and be where she is and feel her feelings, and allow her to just be in that when she needs to be in that, instead of jumping in and saying, well, there's this meditation technique, or maybe you should try this, or something, blah, 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 and giving her all this advice. So that really stood out on this call for me today, especially since I'm in this place where I am having all these difficult feelings because of the intensity of what's going on in my life. And I do want to reach out, and I do want to talk, and I do want to be heard. However, it can be quite difficult when the intensity and the situation that's creating this intensity is going on for long periods of time. So, I don't want to be a burden on anybody, but also I need to allow my friends and my family to help me and to be there for me and to support me. However, sometimes I feel like I'm not really being heard, and that I just need somebody to hear me instead of trying to fix me. And you know, I'm totally guilty of it as well. I go into major fix-it mode, and the CODA meetings that I was going to in Australia were just amazing because they're not about fixing at all. It's just about listening and being heard and being present, which is so powerful. It's such a powerful thing when you can just be totally heard without judgment, without crosstalk, without kind of interception or butting in, when somebody can just be heard, or when somebody can just listen to you and you can really feel heard. It's an amazing experience. And on the other hand, it's an amazing experience to let go completely of needing to fix or do or look after anybody and just allow yourself to listen to them. Just completely listen without judgment. It's such a powerful thing. So yeah, the question is for me, how do I show up on this daily video journal even when the time is kind of sticking in this intensity and this kind of place where I don't really want to be? How do I show up on a daily basis in front of the camera and kind of add value to the world in some way, or you know, share from a place that could be empowering for somebody? That's my question at the moment, and it's a living question. Really, it's a living question. It's a question that's with me every day, and I ask that to myself every day. So what can I give to the world today, and is it going to help anybody? And sometimes maybe it's not going to help anybody, but sometimes I know it will. So I got to show up anyways. So this is day 126.